Today I'm going to talk about the 5 themes of geography, which aren't just 5 words to memorize. They're essential to everything we'll be learning this year as we progress through the course. The 5 themes are location, place, movement, human-environment interactions, and regions. So now let's take a more in-depth look at each one. Location. It's a word you hear all the time, and with good reason. Every single point on the planet has a location. However, there are 2 different types of location, and it is important to be able to distinguish between them. Absolute location is very specific, an address or GPS coordinates. There's only one Vancouver, British Columbia on Earth. Relative location. This is more of a general description of where something is, like when we say our school is on the southeastern end of the city. So that's the difference between the 2 types of location, absolute and relative. The next theme is place. And place is less about where an area is, but what makes it unique. Landscape, climate, vegetation, elevation, and people have a lot to do with it. So maybe the features have changed over time, which makes the place change, even though the location is still the same. Basically, anything you can think of that distinguishes one place from another is an example of the theme of place. The next theme is movement. And movement is how people, goods, and ideas get from place to place. This includes methods and patterns of transportation, trade, migration, and communication. The next theme is human-environment interaction, or HEI. This is how people affect, use, and alter the environment. This can include pollution, farming, land use, urban development, recycling, mining, and things like this, just to name a few. HEI is also how the environment affects people and the way people live. This includes natural disasters like earthquakes, tsunamis, avalanches, climate, ocean currents, erosion, vegetation, landforms, and much, much more. The final theme is regions, and regions are areas with similar physical or human characteristics. So pick any characteristic from the theme of place and find other places with that characteristic. Boom, you have a region. So maybe it's people that speak the same language. 3 types of regions are formal, functional, and perceptual. Formal regions are based on very specific characteristics or data, so like a national or state border, geographic features such as elevation or climate, or statistics like population. Functional regions are focused on areas around a central point and how those areas are connected. So maybe take a look at an airline hub map, and you're looking at functional regions focused around the airline's hubs. So where does that airline fly to? Perceptual regions are based on feelings or non-specific information rather than hard data. Have you ever heard someone refer to downtown? This is the perceptual region. It doesn't really have specific boundaries. They're kind of rough boundaries. Or the southwest region of the United States is perceptual too, unless you specify which states are in it. So there's a quick overview of the 5 themes of geography. So again, we'll be using those all year. They're not just something to memorize, but they will be coming up all of the times throughout the course.